What is up, Dynasty Leaguers? Last week I posted a video talking about DeAndre Swift and his potential fantasy value with the Detroit Lions. So in continuation with that type of video, today we will focus on new Baltimore Ravens running back J.K. Dobbins, and we will again be utilizing my favorite tool, DLF's coaching history app. So you guys know the deal, so let's get started. J.K. Dobbins was selected in the second round at 55 overall by the Baltimore Ravens in the 2020 NFL Draft. He will join an already explosive offense led by Lamar Jackson and offensive coordinator Greg Roman. Just on college production alone and athleticism, Dobbins is a top 3 running back in this class. In a past video called 10 Facts You Need to Know Before Your Rookie Drafts, one of the facts was about J.K. Dobbins and his collegiate production in only 3 seasons compared to other second-round running backs. He joins LaMichael James, Dalvin Cook, Matt Forte, Ray Rice, and 2020's Jonathan Taylor as the only backs drafted in the second round with 5,000-plus rushing and receiving yards in under 45 games. Dobbins is also 5th in collegiate yards per carry among second-round running backs with over 600 carries behind Jonathan Taylor, LaMichael James, Dalvin Cook, and Nick Chubb. Finally, Dobbins is the first Ohio State running back to rush for over 2,000 yards in a single season and the only Ohio State running back to rush for over 1,000 yards in each of his first 3 seasons. I mean, I don't know if you can tell already, but J.K. Dobbins is my favorite running back in this class, and boy, do I just really love this landing spot. I love J.K. Dobbins. I love everything about this running back for this 2020 class. So moving on to Dobbins in the NFL, the landing spot is impeccable. Dobbins goes from a run-first RPO offense helmed by a rushing quarterback at Ohio State to a run-first RPO offense helmed by a rushing quarterback in Baltimore. According to Graham Barfield, 57% of Dobbins' rush attempts in 2019 were on run-pass options. And last year, the Baltimore Ravens led the NFL in RPO rush attempts with 230. Looking at DLF's coaching history app for Greg Roman, we can see just how committed to the running game Roman is. Since 2011, Roman's RB1 has averaged 215 carries per season. And in fact, 2019, Mark Ingram had the fewest carries in a 16-game season in Greg Roman's career with 202 attempts. You might also notice that 2019 Gus Edwards saw the highest number of carries by Greg Roman's RB2 with 133 attempts. I attribute this to the fact that the Ravens would rest Ingram and other starters in the majority of their games because they were blowing out a lot of their opponents, since Ingram only had 38 rush attempts in the fourth quarter in 2019 compared to Gus Edwards' 57. And additionally, while Roman has coached rushing quarterbacks before like Colin Kaepernick and Tyrod Taylor, Lamar Jackson is an entirely different beast, as we all know. In fact, Jackson's 176 carries last year blows away Roman's previous season high of 104 rush attempts from Tyrod Taylor in 2014 and 2015. I find it hard to believe that Jackson hits 170 plus carries in a season again, but his rushing prowess and ability and strength will certainly lower the ceiling for Dobbins' total volume. The final thing I want to bring up about Greg Roman offenses is the target share for the running back position as a whole, or perhaps the lack thereof. Roman historically has under-targeted the running back position on his teams with a career high of 84 total targets to running backs in 2015 with the Buffalo Bills. In fact, 2019 was the fewest amount of targets the running back group saw under Roman in a season with only 51. This doesn't bode well for Dobbins' true fantasy ceiling, but is not detrimental to him as a perennial top 15 running back. In terms of yearly fantasy finishes for Greg Roman running backs, we can see that his RB1 is very good for fantasy, with best yearly finishes from 2019 Mark Ingram as the RB10 or 2012 Frank Gore as the RB10. There are a few seasons where Roman's RB1 was a mid RB2 in the RB17 to RB20 range, but those represent what I believe to be a floor for J.K. Dobbins moving forward. For Dobbins' ultimate ceiling, we are looking at a 240 attempt and 50 reception player, which would put him around the range of Dalvin Cook with high touchdown numbers as a borderline top 5 running back in a single season. For a floor, I'm looking at Phillip Lindsay in 2019, who had 224 carries and 34 receptions with only 7 total touchdowns. finishing as the RB20 last year. 2020 will likely be Dobbins' worst season over the next few years as he shares the backfield with Mark Ingram, but Ingram can be cut in 2021 to save $5 million and make the Ravens' new second-round pick their future workhorse running back. And while I don't believe that Greg Roman will be the Ravens' offensive coordinator for much longer, Dobbins will have solidified himself as the team's primary workhorse to be utilized as such by the next offensive system put in place. I'm excited to draft Dobbins as the RB3 in this class behind Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jonathan Taylor, and I will take him as high as 1.03 in one quarterback leagues or top 5 in Superflex leagues. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell to be notified every single time that we drop a video. Lots of great content coming out from DLF on the YouTube channel side of it. We always got that mailbag, Chris and Adam hitting you guys with those listener questions, as well as a new ADP show that just recently dropped from Ryan McDowell and Dan Myler. They're going to be doing those every single week, talking about new DLF ADP, and of course my drafting lessons, grabbing a guest every week, going through a rookie mock or a startup draft to help you guys get insight from some of your favorite fantasy analysts in terms of player valuations, startup or rookie draft strategies, all that good stuff coming from DLF. So please hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, like that video, drop a comment down below where you guys have been taking J.K. Dobbins in your rookie drafts, or if you guys have some decisions that you want to be helped out with or assisted on in terms of your rookie decisions or trades. You can always hit us up in the comments and we will get you guys back with our advice. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching today's video, and we will catch you guys later.